to you live from an upload speed of 1.17 megabytes per second. It's time for Destiny Down Under.
Welcome to the 253rd episode of the Destiny Down Under podcast. Also, the first episode of the fucking Elden Ring Down Under podcast, I think, by the way that this week's gone. I'm Log Power Slave. As always, joined by... Matt, are you wearing glasses? What the... Like, that's cool.
You don't realise?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying out some blue lens glasses.
That's actually good for your eyes, and I applaud you for doing that. Good job taking care of yourself.
Look, I've tried to spice up the room a bit, get a bit of different lighting in here.
I can tell. It's vaguely pink. Like, just commit to... And it doesn't work at daytime, but purple's cool.
Well, that's the thing. It doesn't... Yeah. It's hard to do it at daytime, right? So I've got the blackout curtains. The room's dark. I got my face illuminated, but my eyes were starting to... I don't know if blue lens will help with that, but maybe help with some eye strain in general.
Maybe.
Give it a shot.
I don't know. I'm big on that sort of shit. I'm big on the blue light filter on my phone after certain times and all that sort of stuff because, man, it'd be interesting to see how you feel in a couple of weeks. When did you get them?
Yesterday.
Right. So we've got 0 samples.
No,
you had a good stream today, did you?
Mate, then again, with the gamer glasses on, I won 3 rounds of Mario Kart.
There you go. Maybe, look, 100% kids. There you go. Mylan, you will win at Mario Kart. Every race you play, if you get these
and
glasses.
I defeated a dragon first time.
Who? You defeated what? Which dragon?
A dragon.
Which one?
A dragon.
Which one? Tell me which one.
The one with the blue fire one.
Oh, okay. All right. That's pretty good. I don't know if I've beat him, but I know that fox thing that you were fighting, I fucking walloped it first try. But I don't know what is wrong. Can we just look? We're going to dive quickly into Elden Ring just because Matt's been streaming it literally right then. Get yourself some fucking health, Matt.
I said this and I'll say it again. Okay?
Yeah, I know. You're a warlock in a healing rift.
Yes.
No, you're not.
No.
It's the way the game's meant to be played.
No, you're not a warlock in a healing rift. You are a self-res warlock from Destiny 1, literally waiting to use your super, and the only reason you have it on is because you know you're bad at the game, and that's why you need it, okay?
Do you know what?
I don't need vigor.
Do you know what? You are going to have to eat your words at some point. Because you're just going to get to the point where even like the most basic bitch enemies look at you the wrong way and you die. So you're going to have to.
Do you know what sold me on this? I was listening to Watts and Tefty talk about Elden Ring. Yeah. And Watts said, said, I'm even at 60 vigor and stuff's one-shotting me. So do you know what that tells me? Yeah, you see? You get it. Yeah, there's no point in having vigor.
I am at 60 vigor. I am at 60 vigor.
You're at 60 vigor?
Yeah. Man, I fucking grind. Don't worry. I sit on the lounge and I play over the Steam Link shit on the iPad with a shit PlayStation controller and just grind. I don't fight bosses on it because the fucking latency kills me. But I'll do all the boring leveling shit. And then when I've got time to actually play on the PC, I'll play and do the boss fights, right? So I'm just leveling. And it seems to be the one thing about this whole game that you're missing. My counterpoint, right? I fully understand. There will be things that will one-hit you no matter how much health you have. Yeah. But there are things that shouldn't one-hit you that will if you don't have enough health. So
this is true.
And there will be a lot of them in the not too distant future for you. I've got a feeling that you will have a very rough time with probably the next boss you face if you don't sort your shit out. Anyway, it's funny. I don't know. Look, I watched you stream it. I've got no interest in streaming Elden Ring. It's my thing. I don't know. Maybe because I started it not on stream and because I was crook. I started it when I had the Rona, which was probably a mistake because my brain was pretty papaga at the time. But I don't know. I don't think for me, like,
it's a different experience.
Yeah, I like social streaming, like getting on with the boys and carrying on and all that sort of stuff. And there's just none of that. I don't like having to concentrate. So
yeah, you actually have to look at your chat when you do this.
Yeah, yuck. Who wants to do that? Fuck. Anyway, aside from that, how's your week been, Cobber?
How has my week been?
I don't know. I can't answer that for you.
I have been going to jiu-jitsu. I did 6 sessions this week.
6. That's a lot.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Well, that's every day this week.
Did every day with a double on Friday.
Oh, the dirty double. Jesus.
Dirty double, yeah.
Is this you desperately trying to get yourself into shape before your baby comes along and
yes.
completely makes you incapable of doing it at all?
Yes. We even bought,
okay.
I don't know if this was overboard, but we bought like a squat rack for home so I can do exercise when the baby's
I've been
here.
eyeing one off, if I'm honest. I've been thinking about doing the same thing. So let me know if how much value you get out of it.
Deadlifts, because that's all I used to really do when I was doing MMA. Deadlifts and squats and chin-ups. It was like my exercises I would do in the gym, and then it would just be MMA. Just fucking lumberjack exercises.
It's fair enough. I hate cardio. Cardio is just the boringest shit ever. Too. So anything I can do to get away from that. Just gonna gain mass instead of walk.
Oh, I tell you what, when I see the skinny Muay Thai dudes like running and skipping, yeah,
I mean, you know that they'd absolutely
you didn't work
thrash
for it.
the piss out of
That's
you.
your body. You didn't work for it. You got this sinewy body that doesn't like fatigue.
You look like fucking Sagat from bloody Street Fighter.
Try being a fucking hobbit. Yeah.
Yeah, try having no legs. Try no matter what you do, getting chafing whenever you move your legs.
Try running with these thighs.
It's like running, but your legs are just chicken drumsticks. Fuck you. That's what it's like. I know. I feel your pain, Matt, and I think it's the plight of the shit-legged man is just It's
and you know what's embarrassing? Like when I go and do classes like I've actually done more Muay Thai in my life than I have done jiu-jitsu. Like I think I've probably done at least 5 years, probably 10 years of like stand-up kickboxing, karate, Muay Thai, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And I can't skip. My ankles are fucked. My calves are fucked. It's just the most bullshit. I'm just broken when it comes to that.
Yeah.
So like everyone's skipping and I'm like can't even keep a beat, right? So I look like an absolute noob.
You just look like an absolute unco.
yeah. And then when we actually get to technique, like, oh, the fat hobbit can actually throw a kick. What's going on here?
I used to, back when I was playing footy, I used to run, and I used to run every morning, and I used to run wearing Dunlop volleys. And I look back at that now, and I'm like, I do have a potato for a brain, because now I can hardly run at all before my knees just swell. Like, what have I done to myself? Anyway, this isn't Log and Matt's fucking training injuries, the podcast. I don't know. Maybe we'll have to bring back the Patreon cast and do it there. What's the worst injury you've ever had, Matt? So, look, do we want to dive into the Destiny? I didn't do anything this week. I worked all week, right? Like I just had a massive week of fucking work straight out of the back of having the Rona. So I have nothing interesting to report except that I'm a few bosses ahead of you in Elden Ring. That's it. So
here's the thing. You didn't like Elden Ring at first, but it's got these hooks in you now.
Yeah, it does, because I realized that you can
to play it any way you want.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm taking like joy from just the mindless part of it, like going just
like the grinding it and then
grinding,
slapping everything.
Yeah, well, it's not so much that, because like I still like to. Honestly, when I first fought Margit, because I'd over-leveled myself for it, I think, because I just had the time, and I went in and just it was like first try. It didn't feel very satisfying, because I'm like, all right, I'm not going to let myself get fucking too over-leveled for bosses. So I sort of just like push on through as many bosses as I can until I hit something that I can't pass. And then I go and grind for a bit and make it easier for myself and come back. Which I'm sure like the purists will be like, casual. But I mean, who cares? Fucking neckbeards, go fuck yourself. Hey, anyway,
you didn't work for it. You cheated. You cheated the game.
Cheated by leveling up. If you place one fucking skill point in any of the columns, you're a fucking fraud. Fuck you.
If you use the summon, you not
I don't
only
use
cheated
summons.
the game,
I don't like
you
it.
cheated yourself.
You said it, and I when you were talking about it, it fucks up the rhythm of fights so bad that you sort of. I can't get into the rhythm of a fight if there's a summon there, just like, because I think I've only got the wolves just nipping at their fucking ankles. Yeah. They just it becomes heaps harder. It becomes really weird. So I just rather not and do it myself. Yeah. Anyway, do you want to talk about Destiny? We've talked fucking 10 minutes in, talked about nothing but Elden Ring. We might circle back at the end of the podcast. Who knows? We'll see what happens. Jumping into the TOB now. For whatever reason, this TWAB came out really early. So I was like, oh, where's the TWAB? And it turned out that it had already been out for many hours. So I was happy about that. Anyway, that's how busy I've been. Let's jump straight into probably the most contentious issue of them all. And I'm going to display something on the stream. I mean, I guess if you're an audio listener, you're probably used to fucking missing out at this point. But anyway, we're going to talk about monsters versus mechs. Now, this is a sort of continuation of last year's Festival of the Lost costume nonsense, where they give us the ability to vote, have a think about it, get some banter around the community, and I think it's good for that. But all right, here's the monsters. We saw them last time. I'm interested in
what you're voting for, because I think I know what it is.
Yeah, but
I also think you're wrong.
Okay. This is when this podcast does its best work, so I'm excited already. There's a 50-50 chance that we're going to be either have an argument or everyone's going to be disappointed. So great work, Matthew. Very good. All right, monsters. We've got the Cyclops. We've got I don't even know what the fuck the Warlock's meant to be. Looks like a really...
Oh, it's meant to be the Lagoon monster or something,
it's not. It looks like a really angry pigeon.
Oh. I know.
Not Pigeon the bloke either. He's I don't think I've ever seen him angry. He's nice. And then the Hunter. The Hunter's cool. I'll give it that. And then scrolling down, we've got the Mechs. We've got here we go. Typical Gundam fare. Right. So look, here we go.
I think you're voting for Mechs because you love Transformers and Gundams and that kind of stuff. Is that correct?
Wrong. 100% wrong.
Good. All right, then. My next guess would be you're voting for furry feet.
No. Wrong again. It's very simple, though. You know what I'm sick of? Sick of things like this on Titan Arms. This fucking... What is this iPad dock that is here? I'm just sick of it. I'm fucking over it. I don't like... I'm sure that it takes lots of... the designs are great, whatever. But this asymmetrical Titan Arms nonsense... We've got 700 pairs of arms that look like this already. Where you've got, I don't know what they look like. They've got brackets for fucking putting basketball hoops up stuck to them. It's just fucking insane at this point. I am voting for monsters because these shoulders are symmetrical, and that's the only reason. The hairy legs are kind of funny. I'll give it that. What are you voting for?
You know what?
You don't. I can tell you don't really care.
I was convinced. Here's the thing. I voted for dinos last time because of the dino hunter helmet or the hunter cape.
Yep.
And then I ended up hating it because it was like a half cape and
it was a bit weird. It feels like some kind of primary school get up for some reason.
Yeah, it looked like a flap hat.
Yeah, one of those flap hats, a cavalier hats. Don't get your neck sunburnt, you little fuckwit.
Yeah. Right. So I feel like Godzilla is an improvement on that. It's a full length, short snout.
Yeah,
Godzilla.
We can hope. It reminds me of the Trials, that Trials cloak too. I think it'll be a cool looking cloak. I think it'll and I think that it'll. I mean, clearly the cloak is that like part of the helmet, or is that the cloak is the tail thing?
The cloak is the tail.
Yeah. Right, so that could be cool, even in other costumes.
Here's a good point. Do you ever wear your dino armor?
I sometimes wear the chest because it's pretty sedate. But no. And to be honest, I won't wear any of these either. If I'm like the thing that annoys me the most is like, because I tweeted yesterday, I did what I always do and just find something to be silly about, and I'm like, I don't want a fucking iPad dock on my arm, and I didn't realize that like there was actually like a Destiny Gundam sub community that was going to be like, fuck you if it doesn't have that, it's not Gundam fucking me down my throat. But if you want to look like fucking Gundam or a Transformer, go and get the fucking Prophecy gear. It literally looks like Optimus Prime. Like, we don't need more of that shit. There's plenty of it. It's kind of already there. There's these massive arms that have got I can't even remember what the name of the ornament is, but they're there already. I don't think this looks like kind of slightly more Power Rangers Destiny armor. That's what it reminds me of.
But I also think that it will go better in other sets.
Yeah, true. I think like this, because it's closer to Destiny armor, will be more like the legs look cool, and they probably will shader well and all that. I don't know that I'll ever use hairy legs, but I am throwing my lot in with the monsters just because of the symmetrical arms, and I'm assuming that that's some kind of fishnet stuff there, which is not really heavy metal. It's a bit more glam rock, but I'll allow it. That's where we're at.
Yeah, I just think they made the Cyclops look a bit cooler for sure. The Titan
looks kind of tougher. I didn't hate it last time though. I was kind of like, well, if it was not if dinosaurs didn't win, I wouldn't have been too upset. I probably carried on like I did, but I mean, I don't really mind about this either. I'm happy who wins all this. I'm pretty sure the fucking Mechs will win. I feel like we're gonna get to like fucking poor old monsters. Here we go again in 2025. Fucking no one ever votes us in.
Monsters evolved.
Monsters Mark 7. Fucking, and the Cyclops has just turned into fucking, what's his name? Wazowski from fucking Monsters Inc. And then people will vote for it. Mike Wazowski, just straight up. This armor set will make you 3 feet tall. It's an enormous advantage in PvP. Take it.
It's a fucking odd job set.
He used to be a motherfucker in GoldenEye, man. OGs remember how fucked Oddjob was in.
House rules. No, Oddjob.
Slappers only. All right, well, we make our own fun. So that's probably the trivial part of the TWAB. You know, we're looking. Fuck, it feels like a long time away till October when we'll see Festival of the Lost, but I guess these things have got to. The balls need to be set in motion. Yeah, I mean, like, don't overcommit. I'm sure they'll be cooler than this too, because like when we did get the dinosaur armor and we actually saw it rendered in game rather than just the concept art, it was pretty gnarly. I think.
Well, see, I think the hunter cape didn't translate well from the concept art to in game. Like, it ended up looking a bit worse.
I think the Titan just about every I could happily use anything in the Titan kit except probably the helmet, and that's just because I'm chained to the Prodigal helm, because that's just me. I'm a weirdo, but I don't know. Time will tell. Yeah, all right. So that's cool. That's very good. What else have we got? Unbroken. Now, I've only scan read this. You've been through it once already on another podcast. It is a probably better podcast than this one, DCP. Go and check it out if you've not been there. You just want to give me the bullet points for this so I don't have to read
Basically,
through it all?
they're retiring Unbroken because it doesn't really sit well with the other Triumphs. So this will be the last season for you because you need to get Legend 3 seasons. 3 seasons. So basically in 3 seasons time it's going to be retired. So if you do want it, you're going to need to go start getting it. I think starting it this season, ? Not next season.
Yeah,
starting now.
I would be starting it. It says season 19. There's a new Crucible seal in season 19. So do you like? I guess the most exciting thing to pull out of this is that. Do you think this indicates that we're going to get a rejig of the Crucible systems? Or is it just that, look, here's this one title that takes you an entire fucking year to get?
No, I mean, maybe, but I think I don't think it's just that. I think it's that it sits out of what they intended for Triumphs, I guess, having to do like 9 months, I guess.
Yeah. Most of them are
Triumph.
contained in a season, right? Like even Flawless in Trials is contained in a season. You could do it all in a season. I think it's meant to all be done in a season, really. So, yeah, I guess it makes sense. It doesn't really fit in with the rest. It's a shame, though. I mean, if it's not going to be replaced with something that's as pursuit worthy, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's there already, right? All right, like it's been there for a long time, and most people who want it have got it, so it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Rituals. Here we go.
Which rituals?
Rituals. Grandmasters of the Universe, Season of the Risen Edition. Right. On Tuesday, April 5, Grandmaster Nightfalls will make their return to Destiny 2, It's me favourite game. For those that may not have taken a Grandmaster Nightfall before, this activity is the top of the mountain when it comes to content. Here's a quick breakdown for it. I'll tell you what, if you're not familiar with it and you want to understand how it works, go back and find Matt's video on lock and key mechanics, because it is the granddaddy of lock and keys. You need all of the keys, and if you don't have them, be prepared to get fucked. Grandmasters will require a total of 1575 power, so you'll need to have put the grind in, which is often, in my opinion, one of the things that like this would benefit from not existing, this kind of requirement. I think that there's a few mates that I've got that enjoy Grandmasters and like get to the tail end of the season and they don't know if they can be bothered doing all the leveling to get there.
Yeah, like I'm not at 1560 yet. You know, Elden Ring did distract me a fair bit. And
imagine there's a few people in the same boat, Copper. Maybe one of them on the podcast. Anyway,
the thing is, it doesn't even give you advantage. It's the entry. It's your ticket to the Grandmaster.
It's completely pointless in that they could make that 30 light lower and it wouldn't matter at all, because it's where they set it. It's an arbitrary line in the sand. So maybe it's their way of encouraging people to go out and, interact with the game more comprehensively before jumping into this.
It's their way to get people into playlists that need desperate assistance, Gambit and Crucible, and to force you to play content you don't want to play.
Yes.
For 6 weeks between.
I don't feel like it's that targetedly designed to do that, but
it is.
It's certainly I'm trying to soften your statements. Fuck you. You can live by your own sword. Maybe
you know
it is.
what?
Who cares?
You know how I said I was going to do a Twitter video about power level and if it's needed or not?
Yeah.
And we did a big brainstorm about all the pros and cons of having power level and why it's there and why it might exist.
Yeah.
And it comes down to there's 6 weeks between the campaign release and Grandmasters.
Yep.
And that keeps people
chasing through,
logging
keeps
in,
the population up, jumping in to play 3 games of Crucible, do your strikes, play Gambit, all that sort of shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, that's
and it's very hard to justify whether you would get more people coming in and doing Grandmasters to make up for 6 weeks of lost retention. I think the Destiny community is so externally motivated, they'll do shit they don't like, that they're not having fun doing, just to get the loot.
It's part of the game, right? At this point, isn't it? Just enduring. Like anyone who's been into Gambit this season to get their pinnacle, congratulations, you are an ardent endurer of garbage for gear, right? Like, I don't know anyone who plays Gambit for fun anymore. It's yuck. I mean, look, we'll get to the stuff after this about Gambit, but that's a deflating thought, to be honest. I hadn't thought about it as cynically as that, and I don't know that it does any Destiny any favors, really, to have these sort of modes that people feel like they have to play that they don't enjoy. I think that's a large part of why people end up so pissed off. And
here's an example for you. Why do you play Elden Ring?
I don't know.
I mean, this weird concept of for fun.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just mainly I'll play it through once, right? Like, and then that'll be it for me. I can't imagine playing through the same game over and over again. That doesn't do much for me. But I just kind of want to get through the story and experience it, and sort of I think it's there. Those sorts of games are, I think, sort of touchstones in terms of like most people play them, most people understand the difficulty of them, and I just want to have my time in that, and then I'll move on. I think this is the least I've played Destiny in ages. I guess Elden Ring for me is replacing what Sea of Thieves normally would do in terms of being the Destiny downtime game. So yeah, I mean, but to answer your question, yeah, I am having fun just exploring and all that sort of stuff. Shit that really you can't do in Destiny because everything you've done, right? Like it becomes a game of doing the things that you've done again and again, and I have no interest of doing that in any other game.
And like, I do think that, Destiny having the same playlist for so long, for 8 years, will be interesting because there might come a point where people just stop playing them. Like, you know what? I don't need to do Pinnacles anymore, and I can't be bothered doing Pinnacles to get to do a Grandmaster. And to be honest, this is how things change. Like, as soon as Bungie goes, oh shit, people, there's finally the tip of the scale where the majority of the player base doesn't want to do something because it's so unenjoyable. Yeah, that Bungie will make a change. That's what happened with Destiny 2.
They're not willing to endure it.
Catastrophic. They're like, okay, we're gonna make a change. But as long as people keep doing things they don't like to do to just get loot,
what are we saying?
It will not change.
That if we really want change, we need to like vote with our feet and not do ritual playlists.
Basically.
That's gonna be a fucking hard sell. There's a lot of muscle memory in that for most people, man. Even me, I jump in. The first thing I do normally is play 3 games of Crucible to get that Pinnacle done. I like it though. I don't know that I'm going to actively go out and tell people to do that on fucking Twitter, but I don't think it's a bad idea if you want to take it as your own personal philosophy.
Yeah, I think that's why, people I think are unfairly saying, oh, Witch Queen wasn't that good as an expansion. No, it's not that. It's because you've been playing the game for 8 years, and the classic playlists are in a bit of a state.
Yeah, look, I think everything that came with Witch Queen has been pretty excellent, if I'm honest.
Yes.
Right? Like,
exactly.
It like if you draw a circle around what came with Witch Queen, the story, all of that sort of shit, it's been fucking great. It's the fact that everything else is sort of sitting there stagnating in the same water that it's been sitting in for 8 years now, that hasn't evaporated. It's just coagulated into, there's mosquitoes growing in it and stuff. I think that that's the issue. And look, that's not to say that you still can't have fun doing parts of it. On Monday night, I played Trials with Nick and Sass, and we were just laughing and all that sort of shit. So there's definite like enjoyment to be had, but I think you're right. And I think that it does need a massive shake up. I'd be happy to take a reduction if it meant new shit, to be honest. Like if they took, I don't know, they can't really take fucking the Crucible out of Destiny without there being a riot, but if they were to severely limit it for a season to then bring it back bigger, I'd take it at this point, just for the sake of getting something fresh.
Well, like, I think my main issue is I would do Grandmasters because I will be externally motivated. Like, I need a palindrome. Yeah, I'll do them to get that. And same with like, I wouldn't mind giving Master Rage a shot either. But I'm also at the point of, I don't know if I want to go through that pain of getting pinnacles and getting duplicates.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just as an entry ticket into those activities.
Just to try and get to that level. Right? Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't even be against it if they just fucking sold a thing in Eververse that you could just get your level to that. I wouldn't give a fuck less. Honestly. $10, boom. You're at $15.75.
I would fucking pay $10.
Look, I could not give a fuck less. I know that everyone's like, oh, you make the game pay to win, fuck. But I do not care. I'm sure that, look, if you're writing an aggressive YouTube comment about that, fair enough. Do what you want. Fill your boots. Poor Uncle Log just doesn't give a fuck anymore. So look, there is a picture of the palindrome, and what's that
Plug
fusion
one.
rifle? What is it? Plug one.
Plug one.
Right. Plug two. That's the wrong hole. Moving on. Right. So look, everyone knows the deal with Grandmasters. We don't need to hold your fucking hand through that shit. You know what they're about. You know how they work. You know that they'll lock and key you into oblivion, and just make sure you've got your shit together before you go in, because like I do every time, you're going to end up just coming out after you've embarrassed yourself for not having the right mods on, and Sassy will tell you off. All right. Gambit Labs. Here we go. We actually looked forward to this when we first read whispers of this.
Yeah, I think this would be fun. You know what?
I'll read through
this is what it needs. This is what it needs.
Exactly.
It needs stuff
And,
like
and
this.
hey, maybe this might be
Because-
the least painful time to go in and get your fucking pinnacles done in Gambit. So
I feel like going in and doing Gambit just to experiment with this, and I'll get a pinnacle from it.
I'll read it out.
Fantastic.
Because I think it's. I'll read it out and we'll talk about it in full. Next Tuesday at Reset, Gambit Wednesday if you're Australian. There you go. Gambit Labs will make its first appearance in Destiny 2. Now that we've gotten a slew of bug fixes and some minor tuning in place through the past few hot fixes, it's time to hit the labs. I like that. Both Gambit matchmaking nodes, main and freelance, will be updated to feature Gambit Labs Invasion Swap. This iteration of Gambit will change up who gets invasions during matches during most phase of the active. What? Huh? Explain it to me, Matthew. My brain's fading.
Mate. Okay, an invasion portal.
I had to read a paragraph and I'm dead.
Okay, listen. Invasion portals, as they work right now,
yes,
you deposit motes and they open for you, right?
Yep.
At certain times.
This will go like a digga.
This is the other way around. When the opposite team deposits enough motes, your invasion portal will open.
Aren't people just going to sit on heaps of motes and then bank them all at the end?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. I think it'll be, you'll then be in control of when you get invaded. I think it's kind of novel.
Yes. So what you could do is you could edge it, a bit of edging for you, up to like 25, and then you could all bang in 15, or you could all bang in 15 straight away. So you can actually just do max time each time.
I guess, yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it pans out. Right? There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to bother reading the rest of it because Matt just answered it. This will rapidly distill itself to a meta of what best practice is. So
Yeah, 100%.
I think within a day on Twitter or Reddit or wherever, you'll know how you are meant to play the game according to the community. So keep an eye out for that and probably just fucking ignore it. All right, Trials Freelance. Next Friday, April 8, Trials Freelance will return. I think Trials Freelance is... I kind of like... I don't play it that much, but whenever it's something that comes up in conversation, just randomly with people, it seems to be pretty well thought of. It's like it takes the sting out of Trials. Like you can go in there and you're only really responsible for your own performance. And the thing that surprises me, right? Like even playing on Monday night, none of us had gone flawless, so we're sort of pre-flawless pool, just playing against whoever. But we did play a lot of like teams that were 2-1 or whatever, right? Like, and to me that feels weird because like, why would you? I wouldn't go into Trials unless I had 3, right? I think Trials Freelance, it definitely allows for people who don't want to bother themselves with the teamwork and are a bit more casual in their approach to it, can go in and, if a game goes well, it goes well and whatever. See you later. Have a good fucking life. And if it goes bad, well, see you later. Have a good life. There's no real carried over fucking sort of, I don't know, social issues for it. So I don't know. I think it's good, but I just wish they'd. Anyway, let's not get into talking about Trials and what we think they should do to fix it because we just end up cranky. Or I will anyway.
Cranky boys.
All right, there's some hotfix stuff, account security stuff, blah, 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 blah. Yep, very good, cool. All right, go and check out the movies of the week and all that good shit as per usual. There's some pretty art and some sculpting and all sorts of stuff in there if you're feast for your eyeballs that I cannot convey to you in verbiage. So go and have a look for yourself. Maddie.
Yeah.
What's happening on the law front?
Who cares?
You care. It's your job.
It's true.
Sorry, that was a bit direct, but still.
Well, to be honest,
hang on? Did you say that did I overhear you in your stream that you openly broadcast to the world? So it's not really overhearing; it's just slightly paying attention. Did I hear you say that you have a video about Rasputin coming out this week?
I did say I have a video about Rasputin.
Is it a recap, or has something actually happened with Rasputin, who has been living in an engram for 2 years?
My friend, have you finished your evidence board?
No. Yeah, that's probably the one thing that I've really not done. So that's fine. If you need to spoil it for me, spoil it. I don't care. I just want to hear the stories about the big R. If you, like me, and haven't done your evidence board, it sounds like there's going to be spoilers ahead. So maybe earmuffs, don't listen.
It's not even
Not
really
too
that
bad?
spoilery.
Okay, all right. We'll
There's
fucking
no
hang around then, who
like
cares?
cutscene or anything. It's you just get a little bit of in-text dialogue, which nobody reads anyway. So
Yeah, I mean, look, you saw how well I did with that paragraph just before. Like, fucking good luck.
Yeah.
I read for a job. I don't read fucking nothing for free.
True. Rasputin
Yes.
is mentioned for whatever reason on the last evidence board. It's like, well, huh? Why? Haven't we been investigating Imaru and like what's he been like up to since Savathun's death? And then Rasputin comes out of left field, and we discover a protocol, a code name for a place called Nefeli Stronghold. And we ask Anna Bray about it, like, hey, Anna, have you heard this? And she's like, no, never heard of it. Let me check the database. It's not in the database. She's like, it's been cleaned so much that Rasputin must have deleted the code name himself.
Okay.
So, and they predict that it was deleted during the collapse. So
what do you think?
Rasputin is trying to hide something by the looks of it.
He wouldn't do that. He's been so honest and forthcoming in the past.
Exactly. Rasputin's trying to hide something at the stronghold.
So what is your video about? Speculating what it is, or have you figured it out, you clever little puppy?
Oh, yeah, mate. I'll tell you what. I said this on DCP too, and I threatened everybody they must go like and comment.
I will. I'll like you.
And watch the video.
I can't remember the last video that you made that I liked, if I'm honest. Probably the one where you told me to stop being a fuckwit at the front of it. But anyway, that was only a month ago. I'm a good friend. Fuck it. Everyone go and like Matt's video. He's an up-and-coming YouTuber. Very good.
Nice. It is Nefeli is a Greek god who sent her children away during an attack to safety.
So she's a Greek god of responsible parenting?
Well,
okay.
she was a nymph of the clouds.
I'm jumping into some conclusions that are probably unfair, so fill me in.
What do you reckon?
I don't know. I mean, you throw the word nymph around and clouds. Are the clouds having a good time? I'm not sure. All right, I'm lost. Fill me in.
Well, Felwinter was considered a child of Rasputin, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Almost like close to a clone.
An exo-bound clone to an extent. Yep.
Yeah. Where do you upload your personal data to, Loggy?
Oh, right. I get it now. The cloud. And there's nymphs there as well. Okay.
I wonder, because Rasputin predicted that they were going to die, that they were going to lose a battle. And last minute, he sent something to this Nefeli stronghold and then wiped everything off it so no one could discover it. And currently, he's still stuck in an engram, and Anna Bray cannot get him into an exo suit yet. I wonder if there'll be a recovery mission to recover some important aspect of Rasputin from Nefeli stronghold to bring him back.
To bring him back into the story in a functional capacity, or is it like, are we going to get like an offshoot variant of Rasputin from that time,
or that
saved away? That is, I mean, fuck knows.
It could be anything. It could be anything. It could be a weapon.
There you go. The cloud.
The cloud.
I've got no nymphs uploaded into my cloud. Not going to assure you of that. That sounds risky, but very good. What else has been happening on the law front? Is there a story this week? I haven't even had a chance to jump on.
No, everything's all done.
Everything's done.
Everything's all done.
What are we going to talk about? I know.
Elden Ring.
Elden
I don't
Ring.
know.
Here's what we're going to do. We're going to open up chat because we basically talked our way through everything. Look, this happens. This is where we always get here. There's mid-season lull in Destiny where we've done everything that's super interesting and burning hot and all that sort of stuff. And we're waiting for the new stuff to come in. We're at Grandmaster time, which is basically the grindiest of the grind.
I honestly want to do Grandmasters. Yeah, you know what? Here's a good discussion. I did this on stream.
Is it going to end in an argument? Because we haven't had an argument yet. We've agreed on everything. It's a bit weird.
Well, chat might get a bit spicy, but I said to chat, okay, listen here, chat.
I'm going to
Let's
do
play
this.
devil's advocate.
Okay.
In chat right now, tell me the positives for having power level. In the context of needing to level up to get into end game content. Why do you do it? What are the things that like, yeah, it's a good thing to have this included in the game? I can give you a couple of examples, probably, maybe.
I think the biggest positive that I don't personally agree that it is a positive, but I can like that system is just that the little that's higher, that little endorphin fucking, the poker machine like endorphin hit. That I think is the biggest part of it for me.
Yeah,
not for me personally, but I think that design-wise is the biggest part of it.
Keys put in chat, pride and accomplishment. There is definitely a sense of hell yeah. When you get you get all your gear to 1560, there is a little bit of a hell yeah.
Yeah, I mean I'm nearly there. I've got like one. I've got a mark. I'm gonna get my Titan mark, and then I'm there.
Yeah.
And when I get there, I'll be like, yeah.
It's also like thank God as well.
Yeah, it's over.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And thank God it's over.
Thank fuck that's done. Yep.
What else do people say?
Oof.
Watching the number grow, yep. Level makes high level content a little bit harder. Power level is for Bungie's benefit, not ours.
I guess the invert, like that whole, and to put it in an Elden Ring way, like, to go away and grind stuff, to go and do your pinnacles for a couple of weeks and then come back to the raid and have it be easier is like, it
doesn't apply in Destiny. See, in Elden Ring, if you go and level up, right, this is the Elden Ring formula. You find a boss that's too hard. You're like, I can't do this. You go away and level up, and then you come back and kick its ass. You're like, hell yeah, that's good.
Yep.
What Destiny does is the entry level to get to that boss is this. And it doesn't matter if you overlevel because there's still a cap to it.
Yeah, true. It just kind of negates.
So if you could you can't even overlevel for Grandmasters. They cap.
You can overlevel for the raid though, can't you?
No.
The normal level
Master raid. I mean, overlevel, but for a normal raid, you're basically overleveled by after you complete the campaign.
Yeah, true. Yeah, look, I think you're making your point.
So the other things people said was player retention, which is, for Bungie's benefit, not necessarily the player.
I don't know that it is to Bungie's benefit though. Because like, how is it?
Why is it there then? If it's not to Bungie's benefit, why haven't they got rid of it?
Well, maybe because it gives people the option of engaging on it with it when they like. I don't think it's as deliberate as that, right? Like, because people jumping in and playing modes that are, not even really serviced at this point by the design team, doesn't, like, what does it do for Destiny, right? Like, do they get paid more because the servers are full or what? Like, I mean, obviously
what it does. The idea is you keep an active player base so they don't go get hooked on another game.
Yeah, okay.
That's the incentive.
I didn't think of it that way.
You want to keep those numbers up. So when a new you want to get people engaged with your game. So when the next expansion comes out, they buy it. And if you let people slip away into gaming is a battle for live service now. And there's only so many live services
spans, yeah, like
that And then every now and then you get a shining ray of light in the form of Elden Ring, and people take a break from their live service games. But guess what? Just like you, they'll go complete it and they'll come back to their preferred live service.
Yeah, so, right. I kind of see now. I didn't think of it in that way. That's very fair enough. Well, it's not fair enough. It's kind of yuck in a way, but
What I would love to get to a point of is people are not playing it for pinnacle, but there's enough loot and weapon crafting and fun in the game with Void 3.0 and Solar 3.0 and Arc 3.0 with build crafting that people just want to play it for those reasons.
I don't think it, like, I don't know that, like, pinnacles and all that sort of stuff, they're relatively arbitrary, like, in a way, where if it's stuff that you could sink all this time into, right, and then go and have it done, like the crafting and all of that, no matter what Bungie puts out on a platter, people will rip through it. There will be a percentage of the population, like that absolute fiend for Destiny that comes out and just in 3 weeks they've got it all done. I think the go-to, like, I think everyone would love for there to be just enough content to sort of talk, like, to keep people engaged organically and interested. But I don't know that really. I think even in that system, people are going to get disengaged by it, right? Because there's only so much shit. So many times you can do the same thing and feel rewarded when you get the same similar result, right? I don't know. I don't know that there is an engagement answer to this either. Like, I don't know that there is an end state for a game that gets so good just genuinely out of the goodness of its heart that you never want to put it down. Like, to me, there will always be a time when I want to put Destiny down for a little while. Whether, like, I would of course I would rather it be.
I guess my major issue right now is the gatekeeping of end content behind. Yep. If it was just artifact level, okay, and you just had to put time into the game to get into GMs. Let's say you just had there's no power level. It was just like, to enter GMs, you need 15 artifacts level, or you need season pass 100.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I think I've done that. I don't know. I mean, surely I would have. I don't pay any attention to it. Yeah, I have. I definitely have.
Yeah. Then I can just do whatever I want, and I just get XP from bounties, and I can choose where I go, and I get to season 100, and then GMs come out, and I get in GMs. You get I think the issue I have with pinnacles is that you can't just do anything you want to get your pinnacles.
True.
You've got to go into,
at least not in a timely fashion. If you want to do it as quickly as possible, you've got to be doing the old strikes that aren't challenging. You've got to be doing fucking your 100k Nightfall. You've got to be doing your Crucible, your Gambit, all that stuff. And
even then, if okay, let's say you're going to keep pinnacles. For the love of God, can you have some better protection for duplicates?
Protection. Yeah.
Because that is easily the worst feeling in Destiny, is to get the same pinnacle drop and feel like you've made no progress to getting your golden ticket into the end game.
Yeah.
And it's at no fault of your own.
Yeah, it's just, yeah.
And they're limited per week.
It is. It is just straight up losing through no fault of your own. Like, it is just bad luck. And it sucks. All right. I just want to quickly, just a quick show of hands in chat, just out of my own interest. Right. 1 in chat, if you would be completely content to get away with the power grind, to get away from it, delete it if it was not in the game whatsoever, if you would be happy. 1 in chat. 2 in chat if you want it to stay for any reason whatsoever.
Here's the thing. They're basically, the only reason this has been hard, because remember they reversed it, right? The reason why this is all getting me angry is You didn't once you got the pinnacle once, you didn't have to do it again. And this has reminded me how bad it is.
Yeah. I haven't seen a single fucking 2 yet, except in the middle of Jimmy writing 420. All right, there's one. Thing on the floor. He wants to keep it. No one else does. Yeah.
You know what? This issue will go down next season because you won't have to do the powerful and the pinnacle.
Yep.
Right?
There's
and then
also no new raid
pinnacles.
to do. There's also no new raid to run through, and like there's none of that. There's no reason to fucking grind it either, except for Grandmasters down the line. You know what I mean? So there's less incentive to do it to begin with, and it's less important. So I don't know. I think it's endemic of Destiny right now. I don't know if endemic's the right word, but fuck it. It sounds big and impressive, so I'm using it. That it's just there's a lot of Destiny that feels like systems on systems on systems, and it's like I can't help but feel sometimes like the actual reason the system was put in place is like it feels like, well, why do we put the bins out on Thursdays? Oh, okay. Well, that's just what we do. Do the bins get collected on Thursdays? No, they don't get collected till Saturday morning. And why do you put the bins out? Well, it's just what we do. You know what I mean? Like there's this disconnect between like, do we really need it, and the things that the hoops that we jump through because it's sort of where the systems are now. I don't know. I would love for something to come, for a meteorite to come along and sort of like rejig and freshen up a lot of Destiny, because I do think there's a lot of it there. I'd probably, like, honestly, and to bring it back, we spoke about it briefly last week, Skill Up's fucking review on it. I kind of wasn't thinking about it as critically as he phrased it.
Yeah, I listened to a bit of it. It's very good.
And yeah, look, very articulately put. It'll probably sting you initially. It'll sting your Destiny defensive muscles, you know, where you want it, and then you go, you know what? That's actually fair, because most of the game is pretty fucking tired at the moment. I still love it. Like, that's not a slide at Bungie or whatever. It's just that the game has gotten itself to that point where there's so much of it that hasn't been touched for so long.
Yeah, and it's a hard thing because you see all these huge changes that are happening, and you can obviously see where the resources are going. You know, you have the Witch Queen campaign, which was just
incredible,
extraordinary,
yeah.
And you have Void 3.0 with it, and you have weapon crafting, and so it's like, yeah, I sort of get why we didn't get like a whole bunch of new strikes or things that really like, why we didn't get new PvP maps, or why we didn't have more this and more that, and you know, players always want more.
All right,
but it feels like Bungie has been constantly like reinventing the foundation, which is good. But what has accumulated over time is a very tired ritual playlist.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's been like moving incrementally, right? You know what I mean? You could follow the logic of every decision that's been made and every system that's been put in place or removed or all of that, and that's fine. But it's sort of like at the same time, it still hasn't departed all that far from, you know, like where we originally were. I'm glad sunsetting's gone and all things like that. You know, like there was, you know, these systems that they came in and tried and have gone, no, you know, we're moving away from that. I think that ultimately there was important lessons there learned, right? Like I think there's good things have come out of even systems that they don't use anymore, but I don't think we've seen that yet. I don't think we've seen the payoff of the learnings of, okay, this didn't quite work. And I think like Nick's comment in chat there saying that like you can see them making big core changes after Lightfall. I agree. I think that we're probably going to sit in this system until then. And then like something, I don't know, Lightfall kind of sounds ominous to begin with. It sounds like things might drastically change. So maybe that's the way it goes. And, you know, the big egg in the sky gets fucking exploded and we don't have our powers anymore. And, you know,
it becomes a battle royale.
It becomes a BR where there's no building and everyone has fun. Because apparently that's what's core to the fucking experience now. All right, if there's anything you want to talk about, fire away in chat. We'll do our best to answer it, but we're just about ready to wrap up, I think. There was something I was going to talk about, but I've completely forgotten what it was because we started down this tangent. Yes.
Yeah, sorry, I set you on the wrong path there.
No, you're right. I think these conversations are important, and I hope that like it's always frustrating to talk about this shit though, because Like it's stuff that we're all like as a community like living in the symptoms of, like the being burnt out on the game, getting fucked over by, double drops of the same item that you've got, and these things that have built up to be part of the Destiny experience. And as a layperson and just someone who enjoys the game, it's very hard to go on the front foot and be like, trying to put forward solutions, because you don't really understand the problem at its core because you're not making the game. So it's for Matt and I, we can sit here and go, well, I don't like this, and I don't like that, and I don't like this, and why don't they just get rid of that, and not understand like how that forms part of something that is important to our experience. So I do always get to this point where I'm like, fuck, I feel like we, whenever we talk about anything, we try and balance it, and I don't think that we have the full picture enough to be able to balance this. So that's kind of my frustration. I don't know if I even made a point there, but fuck, I'm talking a lot, so I must have got something out.
I don't think you did.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good.
I think removing power level would be such a scary step for Bungie to take, and I just don't think it will ever happen, because I honestly don't think players will stop playing the game. I think they'll keep doing things they don't like doing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
There's a slight chance people will eventually get fatigued of it, and they will. But here's the thing, though. I mean, I'm happy with what I paid for Witch Queen. Like, that's the thing. Like, I got my time out of the game already.
Yeah,
I'm happy with it.
Yeah, same. And I don't feel like I've been
I'll pay for the next one. So the thing is, it's like, if you're being critical, do we really need to add more content in that people to like a tied playlist? Why don't we just keep making like more Witch Queens?
Yeah, true. I mean, obviously we're never going to get them frequently enough for them to be the thing that we're always doing. But I don't think I'm ever going to get far enough away from Destiny that there'll be a big DLC drop like Witch Queen come out and I won't play it. So I guess that's just, it's got its hooks in me that deep now. Also host a podcast on the shit, so I'm kind of committed. I'm not the everyman, and I fully understand that. Quick little thing that we haven't spoken about. How about the fucking Bungie legal drama through the week? Bungie legal.
Oh yes.
Look, I know that this is a subject close to your heart because it involves all things PooTube. But I'm I read it and I was like, yeah, you fucking tell them. Like the fact that YouTube's system is so easily fucking manipulated and perverted.
I mean, it's hardly even manipulated. It's just easily
defrauded.
Defrauded.
That and like, what was it? Fucking the monetary fucking whack that they're trying to give to the 10 people or something that were involved in. I think they're defendant Does at the moment. I thought John Doe was a fucking unidentified dead body, but anyway, that's me not being.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well, they might as well be dead because they'll be financially fucking ruined for the rest of their life. So, I mean, if that's you, go fuck yourself. It's a shit thing to do to begin with, but I was kind of surprised that, like they came out so aggressively, and it was like, look, this is the reputational damage you've done to our game, our community, and not just, these people did it, but YouTube are culpable in that their system was so fucking hopeless that it allowed it to happen. So the scary part of it is that when you think that Bungie is an enormous business and the difficulty that they had in getting anyone to even fucking listen to them, by the sounds of it, is that for me, like, why would you want to be why would you want to be a content creator when if you're on the wrong side of this sort of shit and you aren't Bungie, you're fucked?
Okay, you want to know why?
Why? You get to play.
It's like every other job. No, it's like every other job. You did it because it was fun at the time.
Yeah.
Right? And you're passionate about it. And then you've stayed in that job for too long. And you realize if you left, you would have no other job to go to.
I mean, look, when it's Monday morning and it hits fucking 10 o'clock and I'm sitting at my desk writing reports at work and I see your fucking Twitch notification thing come up, Matt's just gone live, I'll know who's really won this argument. So
yeah, look, at the end of the day, I remind myself, it even if I lose a bit of passion for writing law videos, it still fucking beats what Log's doing right
still
now.
beats the shit out of going to fucking work and slaving away to make some other cunt rich. That's for sure.
Yup. It does.
But look, and what was the other thing you were talking about on stream? Unionizing. That content creators should unionize to be able to defend themselves from this sort of shit. I don't disagree with that, but I don't think that they'll ever be organized enough to do it. I think that it will always remain.
I tell you what, if someone really big YouTube wise said, guys, we're making union, it's however much money a year to join it, and as part of that package, if you need to dispute copyright strikes, I mean, you just need so much buy-in.
Yeah,
it's not enough
because they'd need like basically what you would be doing at that point is trying to like build something that was big
Felicia's
enough.
told me. Yeah, Felicia's actually done one. I forgot about that.
Yeah, but like I don't know. Is it? Maybe we need to talk about Fez for this. Talk to Fez about this because it's something that I probably don't understand. Because like my understanding of unionism is like manufacturing unions and stuff that are like so big and hard to deal with that you just don't fuck with them for the most part. And I think that like it would take a lot of work and a lot of.
You just all I want is a big stick in my corner. So when someone hits me with a big stick, I can go, hey, it's my older brother. He's going to hit you with a fucking big stick.
And now, hang on. Here's my friends that I pay money, right? Like,
yes.
Yeah, I mean, like, ultimately, that's what a union is. I don't think YouTube or Google or any of them would have any interest in there being that kind of player in the field.
I don't think YouTube's going to change. They're always going to be, this is on you. Like, this is not between us. If someone claims that you have used their copyrighted material, then you can go to court and you can sort it out. That's their stance.
It is. Yeah. Look, I don't know. I think ultimately it's a sign of fucking laws that don't serve the real purpose that they're intended to, like DMCA stuff.
And then you put like international stuff on top of it and how you enforce stuff.
Oh, I mean, that's it. Like, and
then you put on like billions of videos uploaded every fucking day.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a mess. I don't know. It just seems pretty insane that someone could fake being a fucking the service.
Yeah, but I do think it'd be reasonable for, game developers, music, companies,
record labels,
record labels, like they would have a verification process.
Yeah. Yeah, you'd think. I would have thought. Like, that's the part of it that beggars belief is that, like, I mean, how many fucking false music strikes are there out there? like this isn't the only, but it's not just fucking Bungie that this happens to. This could be like anything being copyright struck for anything. It's fucking insane.
So, like, could you just go make fake email accounts and just try to find some music that you could strike down and claim cash for?
I mean, it seems that way. It seems that way,
as long
which,
as
is which is a horrifying prospect. I know that you just said you, and I think you're talking generally. Like, I would not do that because it's scumbag shit. But I mean, like, I think that's ultimately why Bungie in the legal proceedings are going so hard monetarily, just to scare the shit out of people from doing this again. Like, if you do this, and like, given that they've done it on Gmail accounts that are owned by Google, all the subpoenaed stuff, right? Like, to do with this, they'll be able to get a pretty enormous amount of information. I doubt most of the people involved will be able to duck this. I think ultimately there will be people whose lives will be forever changed by the fact they tried to scam DMCA. And
look, I spoke to some security smarty pants about this actually.
A security smarty pants, right?
Yeah, like an IT smarty pants.
Okay, yeah.
That I was like,
IT
how do you? Yeah, I was like, how do you get real names from this? How do you get them?
Yep.
And he told me a bunch of different ways that they might do it. I'm not very intelligent and I can't recount them for you.
Yeah.
But there was stuff like they're obviously identified.
Let's ask Etz. We can ask Fez about the unions and Etz about how do you get people's
Yeah. Between Bungie and Google, all they need is for this person to have made one mistake that links them all together, and then they're fucked, basically.
Mm-hmm. Like,
and
they clearly bought Bungie products. At
Well,
some
yeah,
point,
so-
why would they care?
It doesn't even matter if it's on a different Gmail. There might be an identifier in the web browsers and stuff they use.
Or
that will link them together.
system ID or
Yeah, their
fucking God
system
knows.
ID and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's like they just link all those. And the thing is, this person seems like they did it out of a rage, because in the lawsuit, Bungie said that they had been given a DMCA and then they had gone on
To do
So
it out
then-
of spite. Yeah.
to do it out of spite. So if that's the case, and they're not just someone who knows what they're doing and just like hacking and whatever,
Yeah.
then
They're probably
it's
fucked
likely
up.
they've slipped up somewhere.
Yeah, because I know that when I do anything angry, I do it pretty bad.
Yeah.
Except destroy things. When I do that angry, I do it wonderfully. All right, I think that's us for the week, Matty. What's coming out this week? Law video
Rasputin.
Monday about
Rasputin.
Rasputin. Everyone needs to go and like it, right?
Yep.
We'll be cross-checking who likes it.
Yes,
and
I
who's
will.
here right now. We've got a
Taking
screenshot.
a screenshot.
Taking a screenshot of the
viewer list.
viewership. We'll be fucking,
Just as a ninja would recommend, shouting out people who
Yeah.
are in the viewer list.
shout out some lurkers, all that sort of shit.
Did you hear that? Did you see that?
I desperately avoid hearing anything about Ninja whatsoever, because I think that he's probably one of the biggest ever since that New Year's thing, with the most depressing New Year's celebration ever that he was at, where it was pissing down rain and he was fucking flossing or whatever. I thought, this is a man who I have 0 seconds in my life for. But tell me how dumb he is, please.
He said, and I don't know if it had been chopped together incorrectly by whatever the marketing agent was,
Okay.
but in an interview, he was talking about audience engagement.
Oh, he did a masterclass, right?
And he's like, have the viewer list open. And if you see someone you don't recognize, even though they haven't said hi in chat yet, call them out.
Just the first thing you should do when you get on Twitch is take Twitch culture and shove it up its own ass. Invert it. Like, you know those fucking pop things you used to get from the show when you were little, and they go, fucking do that to Twitch's culture.
Upend it.
Upend it. The upending. Fucking over. What an idiot. Oh, wait, did you watch Halo yet?
I've watched episode 1. Oh, yes, I've watched episode 1.
Did you?
We
What
were
did you
meant to
think?
do this.
What did you think? I forgot. Yeah, look, I've watched episode 2 as well, so.
I haven't watched episode 2.
Yeah.
Episode 1, I was incredibly disappointed with the CGI. I thought it was absolute dog shit. I did not like anything they did. I didn't like how the Covenant looked. I
The
didn't
elites
like.
look really big and chonk. Hey.
They don't look good. It looks very outdated. And then the whole like Master Chief visor, like inside like a video game. Dude, that's what, from the fucking 80s. It looks it looks so bad. And at first, like you said, the first couple scenes, I was like, oh shit, okay, we're getting a gritty, dark
Yep.
Halo. And then it was like,
It was sort of like up until they actually rolled the credits, you were kind of like, oh, okay. Like, I could get on board with this. There's a few little like things I'm going to have to overlook, like the fucking elites being a bit weird and all of that sort of shit, but it was violent. And Chief jumping down from the fucking sky and, you know, like the Spartan team, you know, just fucking people up.
yeah,
That was-
but the
well, not
costumes
people,
look
but elites.
so bad.
Oh, look, dude. You ain't seen shit yet.
They're like running around in cosplay. Nothing looks like it has any weight to it.
The only way I can summarize is the way it's going from here is that if the Mandalorian and the Expanse had an incredibly disappointing child together, and I don't mean like just a one that fucking like I mean like the parents are doctors and this child grows up to just be, I don't know, a real estate agent or something horrible.
A live streamer.
A live streamer.
They got to host a podcast.
Yeah, it grows up to be a podcast host.
That's it.
That's it. All right, we'll see you next week. Until then, you know, rock and roll. Keep on rocking in the free world, eh? Have a good one. Matty, where's the law going to find people?
We don't do that anymore.
I know!